Hope you guys are doing good today. So I'm going to show you guys how to find the key of any song super fast. My teacher in high school said that we should all get the circle of fifths tattooed on our arms, so that way we always know. But guess what? If you play an instrument, I only play guitar, so this is kind of applicable to only guitarists. All you need is your guitar, that's your tool, and then you have to know the major scale. It's really easy. You got your major 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, diminished 7, which we're not really going to worry about, and then your octave is your 8, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I don't want to get sidetracked here, but the cool thing is, if you're a songwriter like I am, it kind of allows you to know what chords you're able to work with, right? So if we're in the key of C, there's your 2, which is a D, your 3, which is an E, your 4, which is an F, your 5, which is a G, your 6, which is an A, and your 7, which is a B, and then, of course, your 8 is the octave again, which is, of course, your C. So using all those notes, and then using what I just told you about major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, you know what chords are in the key of C, right? There's your C, your 2, the D, D minor, your 3, which is your E, which is an E minor, your 4, which is an F, which is an F major, your 5, which is a G, which is G major, your 6, which is an A, which is an A minor, and then your 7, which is a B diminished. We won't really worry about that. And then, of course, your octave, back to C, The chords are your clues, right? So basically, we're going to use some examples here. The first example is a song I wrote, and it's a great example because I never play the chord that the song is in the key of, right? So this song is called Ain't Leaving You Alone. I'm not playing any of the songs. I mean, I could play my song. I'm not going to play the song for you because of copyright issues, so you're going to have to go look it up. You could pause the video. It goes A sharp minor, F sharp, G sharp, the whole time, right? So Now you might ask yourself, I mean, the same rule kind of applies, right? That's honestly the biggest tip, finding your pairings, because we know the minor 2 and the minor 3. So if you find 2 things in the alphabet that are next to each other in a minor, you can assume that's a minor 2. You can assume that's a minor 3. If you find 2 majors that are next to each other in the musical alphabet, you can pretty much assume that's your major 4 and major 5, right? Using my tip, all right, F sharp and G sharp are next to each other in the musical alphabet. So can we just kind of work backwards here, right? Like, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp minor. That's your minor 6, right? So 6, 5, 4. Songs in the key of C sharp. Bam. Now, I never play that, but that's why it's important to know how to find your keys, because if you're a noob, you're going to automatically think the song is in the key of it is in the key of A sharp minor, but you might think it's in the key of G or something. Or a lot of people think that whatever chord you start with, that's what key you're in, but that's not always right. The next example that we're going to do is Fire in the Mountain by the Grateful Dead. Now, this is a great example because the whole time it goes B to A. Now, like I said before, if you're a noob, you're going to think the song's in the key of B, right? So the thing is that it's actually in the key of E. And it's pretty easy to know that because my tips before, B and A are next to each other in the musical alphabet. You do your whole major scale thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. E. And you could even I'm just playing the E major scale over those chords. You know? So it's in the key of that. It's in the key of E. All right, another really good example here, because it's in a minor key, right? I don't care about that, you know? I really, even when it comes to soloing, if a song's in a minor key, in my head, I always think of it in a major key. So a really good example here is Ain't No Sunshine. So the chords go A minor, E minor, G, A minor. And then it goes E minor, D minor, and then it repeats A minor, E minor, G, A. Now, how do you find the key of this song, right? I mean, it's kind of safe to assume that A minor is a minor 6, because you start on it and you fall onto it. But you also got E minor, which is the minor 6 of G, which you're playing. So another hint that I think of, you know how I said that the 4 and the 5 are majors, always next to each other in musical alphabet. Well, in the major scale, the minor 2 and the minor 3 are always next to each other. And at one part in the song, he goes E minor to D minor. So can we assume that the E minor is your minor 3, and then the D minor is your minor 2, and then if we keep going down the major scale, what goes before the minor 2, your 1, right? C. So, you know, if we're in the key of C, right? So right now we're assuming we're in the key of C or A minor. It's the same thing. So to kind of check yourself, you play the C major scale, 1, and then you got 2, you know, that's your minor 2, which is a D minor, which in fact is in the song, your 3, E minor, which yes is in fact in the song, your 4, you know, there's no F major, your 5 is your G, yes there's a G major, right? 6, A minor, yes there's an A minor. So the song is in the key of A minor or C. You know, you can play a solo in the key of C in the song. So guys, in summary, the first thing I look for is there 2 major chords in the musical alphabet that are next to each other, you know? If there are, then you can pretty much assume that it's a 4 and a 5 chord, and then you work backwards and find your 1. So, you know, if you're playing a song that is, you know, D to C, and then it hits that E minor to D, you know the song's in the key of G. Because, like I said, you got 2 majors next to each other. The other thing is, in summary, if you have a minor chord, you could pretty much always assume it's the minor 6, but you have to kind of work backwards to figure out, because it could be a minor 2 and it could be a minor 3. So if you have a song that's like A minor, E minor, and then B minor, A minor. So you go A minor, E minor, B minor. You know the song's in the key of G, because you got the 2 minors next to each other. Your minor 2 and your minor 3. Yes, there's another minor. Of course, that's your minor 6, right? So, pretty easy stuff, guys, honestly. The other thing I didn't talk about yet is if you see a dominant 7th chord, you could sometimes mostly assume that is your 5 chord, right? Because in music, if you're gonna have a dominant 7, you could dominant 7th 5 chords all day long. You know, a dominant 7th chord is a 5 chord. You can always do that to a 5 chord, you know. So if the song is going D dominant 7th to E minor, A noob might think that the song's in the key of D, right? And then you have your E minor as your 2. But the song is actually in the key of G. And you can hear that release. So if you have, that dominant 7, you can usually assume it's your 5. And then, do everything I taught you, work backwards, use the major scale to figure it out. Hope that helps you guys. Subscribe on YouTube if this helped, and we're going to be posting more videos. Thank you guys.